So the deal today is we're going to be tracking a little bit of inspiration from the Top Gear folks, and our fellas here are going to be going on a grand cross-country race. Everybody will have 2 vehicles. One vehicle will be a large grid rover. This rover cannot have thrusters, and it can only have 2 gyroscopes at most. Other than that, you're pretty free to do whatever it is you want with this rover. Then you will also have a small grid drone. And I do mean, well, drone. You can put a seat on it if you really want to, but a small grid ship that is going to be used as your scout to help you figure out the terrain, because I am not going to tell you how to get from point A to point B. That's going to be down to you guys as teams to figure out and get there as fast as you can. Outside of that, I require you guys to have an antenna on your ships at 50,000 meters so that we can see where everybody is at once. You can name that with your team name. And it would be advisable for you guys to fit something like a Shremek. Now, let's talk about how the timing works, because this is the different thing. The clock is going to start as soon as I say go here. Your build time is included. The only time you are allowed to build on your vehicles is when you are at this starting point or at one of the stops. Every other time, all you can do is just drive, try and navigate the terrain, try and be the first team to get there. Use your ingenuity, do what you can to obviously not only outthink anybody else as far as route is concerned, but also obviously the ship design is going to be quite difficult, quite different. Maybe you want to think about redoing it at the stops, perhaps doing some upgrades, rethinking about what your plan was, what went wrong. But overall, I don't think I've missed anything, guys. What do you think? I'm looking at Super Co-op, Henk, and Hybrid Zero here, and just judging from the area they've cut out, I'm intrigued because they've not given themselves very much space.
Yeah,
for a large vehicle.
I think they're underestimating a lot there.
They're clearly not intending on having very many wheels, is what I'm coming down.
But does that mean they've got an idea?
Oof. It fits inside the area they've got just. That in itself is a bit concerning, because that suggests that they know exactly, it really does just fit inside this area. That suggests that they actually know how big it is already. You know what I mean?
I've got Icarus.
It'll be interesting to see which. I'm watching Tarmac and Icarus. I think I'm watching the same people you are.
Yeah.
But,
now, is that 2 teams, or is that one team building 3 vehicles?
We can definitely tell which teams actually have spent their time, after learning about this challenge, actually preparing and planning.
Yeah, everyone got the rules of the challenge, for the most part, were made available about an hour and a half before the stream actually began. So people did have a bit of an idea of what was coming up. But obviously what they didn't know was what the course was going to look like, which I've just realised I never actually told them which course that we were using.
Yeah, you did. You said we were going to go to the night 1, night 2.
Our composer has got a rather interesting 3-wheel design going on. Not sure that's going to work too well for him.
Oh, they're going for a trike?
Yeah, but with the back wheel not in line. So they're using the back wheel as a self-righting or turning, possibly?
Have a look at this. Actually, no, I don't. Yep. There is an entire room the size of the one that you're in that's just... Other POVs for mobile and Moldox probably sorted me out. I'm sorry, guys. Especially as Moldox so good at providing me with these things, I should really take the time to link them. Spacebar's building quick. That's because Spacebar is a professional. I mean, you can tell. Look at that little rig he's got up under there. That is a sign of a man who knows what he's about. I need no landing gear in this shop. Bar has a sedan chair, indeed.
I'm even getting a little lost in the rat maze with all these extra walls.
With all the huge number of walls that don't actually have anything in the other side of them, yeah. Aha, it's text. Hey, text. I was wondering who that was just flying around randomly over here. It's you.
It's the text cam.
Okay, so...
Not sure if this is confidence or hubris, but Hybrid, Supercoop, Heineken, I think, they've already started to colour scheme theirs.
I can't help but notice that there is just a large grid wheel now parked out the front near the med station. I don't know whose vehicle it came from and at what point it got it, but...
You really shouldn't leave those things lying about, you know.
Really, Gates? Really? I'm gonna go and have a bit of a look at one of the teams that I'm quite interested in. I'm surprised they haven't launched their drone yet, but the team that I guess I'm going to call Purple because it's Henk, Hybrid Zero, and Supercoop, so very much a blend, has got themselves most of a Shremek built. They've taken it apart again for some reason. They've done a bit of gribble on their ship, but I'm quite liking... Have they got... Yeah, they have. All right. Don't know who it was that... might have inspired this particular design. It's not like it's starting to look very like a tiny little rover I built at one point in a road race against Morph. Can't remember what I called it. If I could, I'd look it up. It was red, and it was also in the benchmark and had a sign on the back of it, an LCD that said something about... I can't remember what. Something about no morph. The front climbing ramp, launch ramp? Yeah, I think so. They're going for a similar sort of design, just very extreme angles in comparison. Interesting. Interesting indeed.
I've got to say,
Yes,
I mean, it's not an award for a style or anything, but Hybrid Zero's team, by far the best
cool.
looking one.
Oh yeah, it looks good, doesn't it?
A little purple beetle.
And it looks like they're
Yes.
they're about to leave. In fact,
Yes,
looks like we're about to see.
They've taken the wall down, so...
Team Teat has definitely gone for a much more functional... but they're taking time to stop and... yeah, the two Teats are in the lead, and they're painting their vehicle green. A very eye-bleeding green in this case, but...
Awarding points for style?
Actually, I'm going to take points away for this green. This is horrendous.
Oh, it's that bad? Well...
Oh yeah, it gives lime green a bad name. But their vehicle's actually doing a really good job with the obstacles. They've decided to take the
oh,
left,
this is going to be a massive challenge.
left
They're gonna struggle for grip here really hard. Okay.
Where's your vehicle?
We're on the right side.
The hangar.
Okay, the big purple thing.
Yeah.
Yep, and the drone.
I can take a copy of one of them. So take a copy of your main vehicle. All right, I got a copy of it. Good luck. That was a text level reference there. Talk about obscure.
I'm just saying at this point that does date you. You remember those commercials?
That's the Budweiser frogs.
So interesting.
Yeah, then it moved me on to the frogs immediately.
Oh, there we go. I was getting a copy paste error.
The frogs were
Space.
awesome.
Heineken's made it down the gap that the Goliath couldn't. The Goliath has already lost a wheel, by the way. It's...
Whereas the
Goliath's
Jeep
already
wagon
a wheel
is actually
down.
in fairly good shape, to be honest.
It's fine. I'm just wondering what they're doing here. They're having a good think about. They're
Yeah.
double checking. What are they grinding down the? What are they doing to the parachute? I'm gonna have to go down and listen in. What's going on?
Yeah, I got it.
Microphone muted. Sound muted.
Hello, Katie's.
Oh, it's not looking too good so far. Got to say. You did encounter the smallest possible hill and broke a wheel.
Yes.
Maybe 50 meters a second.
Sounds about right. Looking ahead.
Okay, so we've got Hybrid Zero, Henk in the DuneBug, potentially making the same mistake and trying to deal with that same piece of terrain. They're coming up exactly the same way that Spacebar and Co just jumped off. It does look like they're making better progress. They've got more wheels, so this might work out better for them. But no, it's not going to work out better for them. They're already having trouble. Ignore me. Here's where the purple mobile is.
I accidentally deleted suspension. It's all going wrong. Just build a...
Enough weight?
No, not yet.
The purple mobile is making good progress.
That might be enough.
That was literally just a guess.
So that's the ship with Henk, Hybrid Zero, and I think their scout is Supercoop.
Oh, help.
I'm going to listen on what they're doing.
God.
Better idea.
I'll do.
Silence, apparently.
It's handling these bumps quite nicely.
Oh, that's a jump. Wow. This thing is a gem.
Oh.
You need more strength?
Right, just need to get side on. So.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh,
these
very
guys
decent.
look like
The,
that's a fairly sound little vehicle there.
the
Guys on purple, Henk and Hybrid.
Team Teat is getting a lot more conservative. They're actually going to scout it out with the driver of the rover.
Yeah, just keep up going.
Using the drone.
Keep coming up this way. It's a couple deeper trenches, but should be fine.
Yeah, purple know what they're doing with suspension. That's what I'm liking, is that like that thing's riding these bumps like they're not even there. Very nice. The DuneBug is catching up.
Where we are supposed to be.
The DuneBug's still chilling at night 2 though. Oh no, they haven't. They've left. Has DuneBug left? Yeah, DuneBug's left night 2. They're on their go.
Okay. I have told Team Teat that they can arrive together bouncing over the finish line.
Do like DuneBug's design. They just took a bit too long with it. It's a bit too perfect.
Yeah, the Dave's trying to make it up a hill that's way too steep for it.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. I'd seen that terrain. It's just like, no.
Yeah.
They're not getting out of that bowl. That was not the right choice, friends.
If they're willing to go back and up to the right a little bit, there's actually a slightly less steep, but not by much.
I'm gonna let's have a look. If I can turn this on, I should be able to get an idea of the progress of Tit while watching the DuneBug. So there's a 4K separate. There's less than 4K separates these guys at the moment, as the crow flies. But the DuneBug's left yet to do the jump, whereas Tit's already done it. But the DuneBug, I love the stability of this thing. Look at it. Oh, he says, as what did you just do? How did you even achieve that?
What did they do?
It just suddenly spazzed into the air, and well, I know how you achieved it, space engineers.
Let's get some quick repairs.
All right, who is the DuneBug? Henk, Hybrid, and Co.
Not gonna make them.
Maybe able to beat them if we're fast enough, because I think they're slower than us.
Yeah,
I think the DuneBug just turned on all the
Are you
suspension wheels if you want antennas.
Over here is where I think we're gonna start the jump. Go off here, angled the
I got
direction I am
ready.
facing.
Whoa, we're gliding.
Alright, here we
Good
go.
point.
No, stupid tree.
Right here, where we're going. Might want to get up, get facing the right way, then back.
Yeah,
run up.
I have got to agree with Wasted. For a design,
You don't want
the
to jump
DuneBug
there.
wins. The fact that they were
We're jumping
colouring
now.
it in before they'd even finished it, just
But
I think they may be about to break.
finishing the actual
Nope.
race.
No parachutes?
Team T is within sight of the finish line.
Yep, Team T got to be less than a K away at this
How
point.
far above the ground were you?
Yeah, they're like 700 meters away, and
390.
assuming they don't
I don't
crash
think we
here in the
need
last
this many
second,
chutes. If you
No.
Maybe turn
it's
off
going to
2 of them.
be.
Yeah, I have got to agree with Wasted. For a design, DuneBug wins. The fact that they were colouring it in before they'd even finished it, just
But
like they may be
but
about
for
to break.
finishing the actual race,
Nope.
Team T is within sight of the finish line.
Yep, Team T got to be less than a K away at this point.
Yeah, they're like 700 meters away, and assuming they don't crash here in the last second, it's going to be. Team T hit the gate.
No, they can't get through. Unfortunately, Team T don't get to win because they can't fit through it.
Disqualified.
They're going to try.
Just start taking bits off until they do.
They might just take the gate down. Well, I think that's it, folks. Oh, wait. He may rotate it through.
He's destroyed it. He's cheating.
Well, not only did they dominate the race, they're dominating the finish line. Okay.
I think their simple design just gave them so much of a head start.
And that was really the secret of it, is that the space bar, while they had a misstart.
Yep.
Look at that thing
Oh,
fly
look
in
at
the
that air
distance.
though. There we go.
Love it. Oh God, what have they done? No, they've got it locked down.
Is this?
Yeah, that purple build. I'm pretty damn certain if you launch the purple build and the green build at the same time, as first and second, the purple would kick the crap out of Clock and Space's build. Now it's done. They just spent too long building it.
Mhm.
It'll even fit through the gate. Look.
Okay, here's a question. So the large grids are no good at knocking down trees. They seem to bounce off them.
No, not
If you were to
quite the
landing
opposite.
gear a small grid to the front to use as a dozer blade, would that work?
I'd be hesitant about like too many grids, but I'd be hesitant about too many grids. Actually, the large rover on Team T was actually mowing down the trees quite well.
Dave's team, the brown for all I can call it, is just bouncing off every single tree it finds.
Maybe they might have having something weird then. It's officially Team Dave as with what faction are they?
It's Composer. EW3. Brown team.
Space Towing Collective. Came in second.
DR. Oh, space. Right, I see. Oh, come on.
Left first. These guys must have left third.
Oh, Dave's lost its 2 middle wheels.
That's going to give it problems.
Yep.
Look at that thing fly in the distance. Love it. Oh God, what have they done? No, they've got it locked down. Yeah, that purple build. I'm pretty damn certain if you launch the purple build and the green build at the same time, as first and second, the purple would kick the crap out of Clock and Space's build. Now it's done. They just spent too long building it. It'll even fit through the gate. Look.
Okay, here's a question. So the large grids are no good at knocking down trees. They seem to bounce off them.
We at least fit.
If you were to landing gear a small grid to the front to use as a dozer blade, would that work?
I think theirs is a little bit bigger.
Hit the back of my drone.
I'd be hesitant about too many grids. Actually, the large rover on Team T was actually
Thankfully,
mowing
most of the
down
drone's
the
still intact.
trees quite well.
Dave's team, the brown for all I can call it, is just bouncing off every single tree it finds.
Maybe they might have
Nice build, boys.
Oh yeah. Hello.
Hello.
A respectable second, to be honest, given how much later you left than them. Like
Yeah.
they had 10 minutes or more head start as far as messing around. Probably more. Respectable design. You didn't even have to use your tree mech either.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep, thank you very much.
Mhm.
She performed well.
She did.
A superior vehicle, of course.
Please make sure that you have blueprints of said vehicles, because there may be a second round coming up.
Oh, okay.
Second round using your existing vehicles already built.
Sounds good.
Just so you know. So make sure you got blueprints for everything, including your drone. Try
Yeah, I
not
got
to-
blueprints.
Cool. Double check it. Well, nice one. As I said, a respectable second. That thing looked great when it was driving around. Whoever set up the suspension, thumbs up.
Yeah, we were adjusting it while driving, so.
Well, that's the benefit of being the three-person team. I mean, the two-person team has some advantages as far as one person does one thing, one person does the other thing. It's nice and simple. But what they don't have is a guy that can sit on the ship and be constantly fiddling with their settings on the fly.
Yeah.
You know, I was watching them to begin with have to, like, they were trying to deal with a hill that they couldn't climb, and every time that they couldn't climb it, it was a case of, okay, put the handbrake on, stop, watch the whole vehicle roll backwards painfully while they were trying to adjust the settings, and then drive again. And I just noticed, like, there's a benefit of that three-man team, and having someone just like, up my friction, you keep the momentum rolling, and you can actually get somewhere. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what you guys can do in a fight that isn't build related necessarily. But no, good
Yeah,
work, folks.
definitely.
Good work.
Yep, thank you very much.
Thank you.